What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, the new romance film from Kogonada, starring Colin, Farrell, and Margot Robbie. This film, I think had a lot of early buzz. Of course, this is Kogonada's third film following Columbus and After Yang. Of course, Margot Robbie has reached new heights once again post Barbie. Colin Farrell also staying very busy, winning a Golden Globe for HBO's The Penguin. A lot of in-demand people are involved here. And this is a film that actually is based on a, blacklist script that had been rolling around. But there's, I think the first instance of maybe some eyebrows being raised regarding this film after the early hype and, headlines that people were excited about was that this film skipped all the fall festivals despite coming out in September. That is not a good sign for a movie that has this much pedigree on paper. Unfortunately, Kogonada's A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey is a big dud, and the problem is that it's not actually that bold. This is a romance film that's not really that romantic because it's about a ton of insular, traumatic themes that its two characters, played by Colin Farrell and Margot Robbie, are going through as they, via this sort of magical experience that they find themselves in, are experiencing past memories and significant moments in their lives. Ultimately, I think it just gets off the rails as it's going, despite a promising start, and struggles with, I think, a lot of tonal inconsistency. And while I liked Farrell and Robbie's chemistry, I just don't know if all this really comes together all that much. I mean, the movie really lost me about halfway through, unfortunately. The concept of, time traveling and revisiting and remixing past trauma and past memories, it's interesting because you have these two characters and we're taking turns doing it in each other's memories while they're both there. It feels like we're on divergent paths the entire time and we're never really coming together. And meanwhile, I think the movie visually is presenting itself in a nice way. I think the colors really pop on the film. There's some fun angles and filmmaking techniques. Noticeably filmed in California. You can totally tell during all the driving scenes that that's where they are, which is nice. A supporting cast that is, of course, up to snuff as well, with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Kevin Kline, Billy Magnuson, Hamish Linklater. There's pedigree everywhere. At the end of the day, I just didn't really buy the relationship between the two leads here. I just didn't find it super emotional or, romantic as it's supposed to be. I just found it, honestly, bummer city way too much. I thought this was going to be a lot more pleasurable than it ended up being, but going back to when Margot Robbie's character Sarah found out her mom died, or going back to when Colin Farrell's character got his heart broken by a girl in high school during the drama club play. It's these are cool. Some of these scenes actually work pretty well. I think the show-tuney nature of the drama club play, watching Colin Farrell stand in for his teenage self, that works in a vacuum, but the movie doesn't really pick up the pieces from each of these moments, So it's to me, it's a lot of telling and not enough effective showing. Yeah, I was just kind of ready for the movie to end. I think the concept of this car rental company run by Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Kevin Kline, Waller-Bridge for some reason doing a thick generic German accent, not sure why. I feel like that, because that's the facade of why this mystical stuff is happening to them. I feel like that could have been not explained more, but just there could have been more to it. Just kind of broad again. I mean, I like the GPS unit that's in the rental car that's dictating their journey as they go on it, voiced by Jodie Turner-Smith. And has an old school retro-y visual to it. That was cool, I guess. But yeah, I kind of just struggled with the movie, And obviously, big fan of Margot and Colin. They've been crushing. They're continuing to crush, looking ahead to their future projects. Kogonada, though, it's Columbus was such a breakout. As him becoming a filmmaker for the first time, having been a music video director and a photographer was it as well. Columbus was a huge breakout, right? Haley Lou Richardson coming onto the scene out of that movie. Then After Yang, a sci-fi film featuring Colin Farrell as well. That film, it's like, that's a movie that like I like aspects of it. I think it's a good film, but it wasn't great. And now you have Big Full Beautiful Journey, which is definitely not great. So like I think Kogonada has 2 times in a row made a film worse than his previous film. Not a good place to be. That being said, there's a lot of, again, competent aspects of the film. Was not his script for what it's worth. So we'll see what happens moving forward for him. But yeah, let me know. What'd you think of A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey? Did you like the film? If you did, let me know what you liked about it. Let me know what worked for you. And for more movie reviews, subscribe. And I'll see you next time.